Hi friends, this is a promotional video for amphibots, and this is concerned with first year because this video, the part 1, it's just explaining the basic building of a bot, and this is concentrated for the first year students. So if we consider any bot, there are 3 components of a bot. First is the chassis, second one is the mechanism, and third one is the locomotion. So these are the basic 3 parts. So first let's discuss about the chassis. So here it's a aluminium chassis. You can also use plastic chassis, wooden box chassis. So this has a thick gauge, and special feature about this chassis is that COG is at the center, so that it gets a good stability. Like if this is the bot, so if you gonna incline it up to 45 degrees and leave it, again it's gonna fall on the same side, while in some bots it differs. And these are the clamps. These are used to attach the wheels onto it for motors. In this chassis it's a inbuilt part. You can see this is the bottom part. So here we have used 2 strips for the stabilization, because this is a very thin gauge chassis. So these are the motors. So let's see how these motors are actually connected to the chassis. So this was the chassis, and these are the motors. So here we will be getting nut over here. Sorry, so bolt. So this is how you fix a motor to the chassis. You have to use the spanner to tighten it up. So this is the wheel which you usually get in market. So make sure that this screw is always there with the wheel. So you are gonna loose this up, and then you have to you can see a hole over here on this shaft. So when you put this wheel on this, so you have to make sure that you match the screw and the hole, and then you have to tighten it up. When the hole and the screw they are aligned, you have to tighten it up so that this will get fixed to this. Okay. This is about locomotion. So let's see types of motors. These are actually DC motors, and this is the internal part of a motor. For like if you want to repair something or else, this will be the kind of arrangement. And you will be having different types of motors. Like these are the wiper motors. We have stepper motors, and motors are usually specified by their speed. Like these are 3 RPM motors over here for the mechanism. These are 100 RPM motors, and you will also get about 350 RPM motors, 500 RPM motors, and those are actually used for high speed arenas. Whereas for amphibots, if you are gonna build very simple bot which will travel on the arena, then you can use up to 100 RPM, that's enough. Or else if you want to speed it up a little, you can use 150 RPM. And I'm gonna do a small demonstration of how actually this bot works and how we got an idea for this bot. So this was used for Terranon, and this one we made it for NITK Fest. And these are the controllers. Like this one, it's used for the mechanism. And this one. I I used three mechanisms right now. One is turning, it rotates 360 degree, and this one it lifts, and this one it just clamps over there. And actually used one more link over here which used to hook up the objects. So this is a basic building of the boards. So for amphi boards we usually prefer plastic boards, plastic chassis, because this is usually heavy. If you compare with any other chassis, this is usually heavy. And but the advantages of this is, if you're gonna apply more load on this, it's a bit ductile compared to those, so it will not crack down. So this is the advantage of that. And for the amphi board, the extra specification which you will need will be discussed in the second part, that's part 2 video. And these are some boards which you will get an idea of how to build. So this is just a idea of how we started to build this chassis. This was put on a rough paper, and then it was put on solid edge or else any software you would like to, and then on the metal sheet. And this is the circuit, this is the electric circuit. So I am going to explain this one. And these are various boards. And this is Terranout 3 event from BUB. And this is checking of the board for this specification. This will be the box which will be having the specifications as mentioned. And these are some boards. This is actually used for stabilization. That's for more stable boards. These are wiper motors, and I will discuss about this later. It's an aqua board built by a student. And these are various boards in NITK Fest. And I will discuss about the advantages of using bottles on the either side of the board in the next part. This was the board, the chassis which I discussed. These are wireless boards. You can use wireless. You can see that it's free of all these stuffs, the tangled wires. So this is the connection part. So here for motor we usually have two wires, two inputs, that's positive and negative. So here we will be having the DC supply. So this is the eliminator. It's 12 volt 5 amp eliminator. So this usually will be having two outputs. So if you connect positive to positive of this and negative to negative of this, then you will have clockwise direction. And if you're gonna connect it on the other side, then it will rotate in the reverse direction. So this is the logic behind these switches, toggle switches. You can see these switches. It's off right now. Once you press this, it's gonna connect positive to positive, negative to negative. And when you click on the other side, it's gonna connect negative to positive and positive to negative. So I will discuss about how this actually works. So these are the 6 connections. Like here we have these are the 6 points. So we have first thing is just cross connect these, and we have to supply the power that's from the eliminator to one point and then to the other. You can connect it in series, and then this one is connected to this. It's like you're supplying this negative point directly over here, but instead of tangling the wires, we're just simplifying it. And you have to connect you have to connect the motor wires to any on the either side, either on this side or either on this side. So that's how you will get a remote controlled wired remote. So if you can zoom it, sure. This one has been connected here, this one has been connected here. This is the power source, one here and one here. So again I have connected over here, then this one to this one, so this is negative, so this got the connection via this wire and this wire. Okay, this is part 1 of part 1 video. This is for the first year students, and if you have any doubts on this video, you can contact me. And this video is by BB Mekis. I am Shrikanth. This is my number. You can contact me on www.facebook.com/Macquilla group. This is my group, and this is my website www.macquilla.webng.com/index.html. Okay, thank you.